Pat, we're learning more about the evidence in the state of New York related to the suspect charged in the Long Island serial killer case at Gilgo Beach. Rex Heuermann faces charges in connection to the killings of several women found along that New York Beach highway more than a decade ago. Detectives say that DNA from a pizza crust is what links the suspect to the murders. A source familiar with the case also told CNN that Heuermann asked about media coverage of the case when he was arrested last week. He asked during his jail intake, quote, "Is it in the news?" Joining us now, Court TV crime and justice correspondent Matt Johnson. Good morning to you, Matt. Let's start with what's the latest.
Yeah, isn't that shocking? Good afternoon to you, Ted. Yeah, I didn't ask about his family or about the victims or about the evidence. Is it in the news? Police also telling us that they're building a case against this man that they call a demon. And we're learning more about that arrest, that takedown. Take a look at your screen right there. Architect Rex Heuermann in this video. Law enforcement surrounding him on 5th Avenue there in New York. Heuermann became a suspect after the FBI got involved in a task force that was formed last year. The arrest after his DNA linked him, allegedly, to 3 of the murders. Right now, police are searching his Long Island home and storage units. They have removed, get this, 200 guns from behind a locked door in his house and a life-size doll. Police say his wife and daughter who lived in the home with him had no idea what was happening about his alleged double life.
When we initially informed them about their husband, their father, they were shocked. They were disgusted. They were embarrassed. So if you ask me, I don't believe that they knew about this double life that Mr. Heuermann was living.
Police say that they have executed a number of search warrants to be expected, and they are in the process, Ted, of interviewing people that are close to him.
New evidence in the case. There's going to be a lot of it, right? And we are learning more with each day that passes.
Yeah, and we're still learning what they are connecting to him. Right now, investigators say that they have a flood of evidence that they are combing through, searching his storage units for trophies, we're told, for items taken from possible victims. We know that they have DNA evidence from that discarded pizza crust that matched the victims, DNA on the victims, and a disturbing online search history that includes child porn, sadistic images, and information about the case, about the Long Island serial killer. Police say Heuermann used burner phones and one of the phones of a victim to taunt her family, that's alleged. Right now, he is charged in the deaths of 3 of the 4 Gilgo 4 murders. Charges are pending in the case of Maureen Barnes.
So it's going to take a little time. I'm not sure exactly what the time frame is, but because the hair follicle was somewhat damaged in trying to match the DNA connected to the hair, it may take longer than we anticipate. But if it does come back as a match, then we'll definitely charge him with the murder to Mrs. Barnes.
So again, more possible arrests, more possible charges pending. Heuermann pleaded not guilty to the 6 murder charges that he faces for the 3 alleged victims. He's also being held without bail. He is expected to be in court on August 1st, Ted.
All right, Matt Johnson, thank you. Matt will be keeping us updated throughout the day here on Court TV on this very disturbing trial. Evil amongst us, I guess, is the theme. Many people are thinking on this one because this guy was the suburban dad, architect in Manhattan, commuted into the city, worked there for years. Let's talk about it more with Marie Pereira and Jack Rice. And Marie, your overall thoughts? You're up there in New York. This guy, he was able to, for so long, evade investigators in a case that shocked not only New Yorkers, but the whole country.
I'm not surprised because usually serial killers do a lot of damage before they are caught or even considered as suspects. I mean, this defendant is cloaked in a presumption of innocence, but so far, the state seems to be building a good case with DNA evidence. If it adds up along with the computer searches and digital evidence, it's mounting against him. But I think it's an ongoing investigation. They still are finding things in his house. I almost laughed out loud when I heard about the sized doll, and then the 200 guns, and his family had no idea, I will definitely be going about 15 minutes from where I live to that courthouse when the case is on.
Ooh, we're going to have you on here when you walk out of the courtroom. The evidence, you can feel when investigators are confident, right? And they are confident here because they do have the double whammy of he does fit descriptions of witness testimony and that DNA that they work so hard to, because they have hair. They just needed to find out who they should zero in on, and you add the phones into it. It's a lot like Kohlberger, right? I mean, this was a very extensive investigation, but you could tell they're kind of puffing their chests now. They got their guy.
Well, they do
in their mind.
In this sense, at least from the beginning, I think of this like a thread attached to a sweater. When you can get your fingers on that one thread and you start pulling, it's what's attached to everything else that's going to make so much difference here. And if we think about the DNA that's there, that's extraordinarily important. Juries love that, and that's really important in terms of identification. Yes, but there's the new DNA. There is the cell phone records. There are the searches. There's the GPS aspect of where he is and where he's going. The idea of being able to take back and look at everything that they have now and sort of open it back up. You can track people in ways that we never used to be able to do that. And so as a result, what you can find is the forensics of these kinds of cases, especially with a cell phone, it changes so much in terms of identifying motivations, what you're looking for, what you're connected to, what may drive you to do something in the future. And you think about that thread again, you start pulling on that. What does it do? How does it unravel the sweater? We have enormous amounts of evidence right now that the prosecutors, that the police are looking at. And when you start to be able to make connections to those, it can move beyond 1, 2, 3, and 4 victims. There could be that 11 that we're talking about. We don't even know at this point how much further they can go. I know that there's a belief that there may be multiple multiple perpetrators in this case, and that's possible too. That's one of the other things that's coming, but they're going to see what they can do with this first one and then continue to pull on those threads to see what comes next.